Alright guys, welcome back to another adventure. We are back at the forest where I am currently trying to build a shelter. Pretty much still at the entrance. I got to get down into the valley there, back to where the shelter is, and then we will continue. So basically today, I think we're aiming to build a little bit more. It is a little bit late. I wanted to come earlier, but unfortunately I just wasn't able to do that. Got a little caught up sleeping. Accidentally ended up sleeping in, but you know what, I think I kind of needed it. I've been so freaking tired and exhausted from doing a lot of these adventures. I am going to be traveling soon in a couple of weeks, so we're going to get a bit of a change of pace, different countries, different locations on this channel, and obviously on the main channel. I don't know how I'm divvying this up today, but I kind of wanted to continue building the shelter here on the vlog channel as well, so definitely subscribe and smash the like button. Let's get down into the valley and continue what our project was. So since we know that this side is actually doable, I'm gonna just hike down this way. It did snow last night, so I'm expecting that what we do have so far in our shelter has probably been filled in. As you can see, there's fresh powder on the ground, which is gonna make this a little bit challenging once again. Let's just try not to slip down. But yeah, we should be good. We should be able to get in there, and I think this is going to be a lot of fun. I'm personally really enjoying doing this. It's a little bit of a change of pace from our usual style of content, but yeah, we're just kind of like, you know, learning basic survival stuff at this point, which is kind of funny. I can't even see where the actual trail is right now. All right, now I did just confirm, a lot of times you come to these places, these are obviously public places and forests and stuff like that, and like I've kind of presumed before, we think that somebody, or I think somebody's been coming in and out of here, and they may have done something nefarious. We don't know. We've been calling this place the Possible Murderous Forest for several years now, because we did manage to capture somebody on camera way back when, and we don't know if they're actually living out here. Sometimes we find clues, but I think there's also a wolf out here. Now, if you encounter a wolf, the only real protection I have right now is my axe. What the hell is that? Anyway, so next time I think I'm actually going to bring my gun with me, because there's nothing here that says that I can't. So I don't intend on hunting, but out of wilderness protection, if I absolutely needed it as a last resort, I think that's probably a good idea. Should have brought it today, but I just didn't have enough time to grab it and put everything together. But yeah, let's continue on down this trail, regardless of what things out here there are that could actually kill us, but it is what it is. I'm also getting a little bit hungry. I did bring some food. We're going to be staying out here late into the evening. I do have a little bit of a challenge for myself. What I'm thinking is, while I'm out here, I might just set up the night vision camera and just stay out here in complete darkness once the sun actually sets. We still got about 3 hours worth of daylight, so that's why we're going to continue building the shelter, and then later on we're going to start investigating, because apparently this forest is supposed to be haunted as well. But let's keep going. It was weird because I thought I heard somebody calling out. My ears are a bit muffled because I do have them covered so they're not cold, but I haven't seen any tracks even towards the entrance, nothing going down that trail, nothing coming down this way, so I don't know, unless somebody came in from a different area that I'm not really aware of. But let's just get in there as fast as possible, because I do have a lot of weight on my back, because obviously I had to bring my tools and tons of stuff that we're going to need for tonight in order to survive out here, and also just try not to slip getting in. Well, we've passed the bridge area. It's starting to get a lot quieter, so we know we're getting deeper inside at the moment. We're almost there. I think another maybe 1 kilometer. We should just about be there. The real challenge is not getting in here, because for the most part, once you get down into the valley, it kind of flattens out. The challenge is always getting out, because I got about 50 pounds on my back, and it's definitely one hell of a workout. Some of you guys are suggesting bringing some sort of like toboggan or sled or something, but it might be even a bit of a challenge bringing that, because this ground, like the trail itself, actually kind of narrows out, gets very bumpy in some spots, and that even might be a bit of a That might be more challenging than just bringing what I can on my back, so I haven't tried that out yet, but maybe we will in the future. Well, there's the spot where the shelter that used to be here, that's been completely destroyed. Man, a lot of snow out here. Holy crap. It is snowing right now, but it's not too bad. I don't know if we're expecting like a crazier storm, but literally no one's really come through here since last week, since I've been here. I guess I'm the only one brave enough to hike through all this snow. It's pretty deep in some spots. All right, not bad. We have located our shelter. Let's see how we're looking. Doesn't look like anybody's destroyed anything, so that's good. So like I said, we only got the one side that's really done. This side is just kind of temporary because I wanted to see kind of what it would start looking like to close it off. But yeah, we're going to continue. I'm going to show you guys what I'm kind of prepared to do today. So this is where we're at so far with this. Clearly we are snowed in once again, so I'm going to have to clear all that out. And basically what I want to do is I actually want to build a wall, just kind of to close it off from the wind. And basically, the reason why we're going to do that is because typically the wind comes from this direction inside, and it blows a lot of fire at us, which is not particularly ideal. So I basically got to start gathering up tons of trees. So we got a bunch here, and I know there's a bunch down that way. There's a bunch fallen ones down there as well. So we got to locate all the trees, basically bring tons of logs over, and then start constructing more walls and obviously a barrier so that way we don't get attacked by the wind anymore. I'm hearing something moving out there, but I don't see anything. Bambi, is that you? Anyway, let's start clearing out the snow so we have somewhere to put my bag at least. Also, I just noticed that was brought inside here. I did not do that. I left that down there somewhere last time I was here. So somebody was here at some point in time, brought that in. It must have been before last night. I haven't been here since Thursday. It's now Sunday, so who frickin' knows? So, today's goal, basically, there's a lot of trees, just like this one, that are basically completely out of the ground. In my opinion, it's a hazard in two ways. Number one, if somebody's walking by, obviously it can just completely fall on top of them and injure them. Should not be happening. This place is a conservation area. It's supposed to be maintained, but it's not always maintained throughout the year, so you end up with stuff like this. Number two, stuff like this is also a hazard to the forest itself, you know, in terms of forest fires. Now over here it's usually pretty wet during the summer. It doesn't get super dry, so we don't really have forest fires, but it can happen, obviously. The other thing is it helps the other trees. If there's nothing around them, they will grow healthier and stronger. So we're going to basically go around and see what's basically dead coming out of the ground. I can already see at least 2 or 3 just around here. We're going to get those, move them close by, and then once we have enough, we can start building more of the walls. I did bring more rope today, thankfully, because we're going to need it. Okay. Tree number 1. Wired. I need my saw for this. Several here to work with. Just needed a couple of things. First we're going to cut it, pull it out, and then trim it. Alright, that's one. want this the rest of this damn tree to fall on top of me. Oh, right in the face. We're already starting to lose daylight really fast today. So the last ones I'm probably going to start getting are these, because these are long and thick, but they're useful. Kind of like the other ones that I got. So I could chop those all up in pieces. I could probably use all of that to build at least another side of wall for now. In case you're wondering what I'm doing to get the limbs off, this is called a nata. These are actually made in Japan. Honestly, one of the best investments I've made so far. Okay. Man, these limbs are really long. Holy crap. Whew. I guess I could use all this as kindling at this point. Bring some of that over because we're going to have to get a fire started soon. Whew, I'm already starting to sweat. Not good. Okay, so slight change of plans. I think we have enough wood that we can actually build a wall on this side, so that's what we're going to start on next. So first things first, I'm going to start moving this, and at least the good thing about doing this in the interim is that we have a lot of good dry firewood for the next hour, because we got about an hour to work on this wall, and then we got to set up a campfire, and I gotta eat soon too because I haven't eaten all day. So, move some of these so we can start getting the wall ready to go. So one thing I am debating on doing is should I leave this tree exactly where it is and then line wood up starting underneath and then just kind of rope everything together so it stays. The only thing is that at that point we're going to have mismatching pieces of wood, but we do got different widths, so I think it should just about work. This is going to take a second to do though. Let's see if we got something that is really tall. So what I want to do is make this as tall as me, ideally. So basically we're going to have to cut this down to size to right about here, and then eventually we will match the height on the opposite side too. So that way there's actual standing room inside of the shelter. Okay, so right about, I'd say here is probably ideal. So basically just kind of want to mark this right where I need to saw, so that way I know. There we go. Alright, we're off to a good start. Okay, that's one. Ow! Literally just got my finger on that one. Gotta be more careful. Alright, looks pretty good. Just get that off, and I gotta get another one and make it roughly the same height. I hate this part. Having to take your gloves off when it's cold. It is definitely colder than it was the other night, but I feel like it's less breezy today. which is definitely a bonus. One thing with paracord is it does stretch a little bit, but ideally these are just kind of guides for now. So basically what's going to happen is just kind of like that side, it stays loose for the time being, but once you put logs in between, it ends up stretching them out anyway, so there's enough tension to you know, do exactly what we got to do. All right, let's get some of these in here so we can at least, whoa, that's not ideal. Although all my posts are just falling, but once we get some tension in here, it should be significantly better. Okay, got one, we're gonna need a lot more than that. Holy crap. So far, we have a wall. So, not bad, not bad. Basically, I think the only thing I can really do today, because I need a lot more trees to keep stacking this up, and I've completely run out. I've literally used every single tall tree that I had. So basically, the only thing I can really do now is basically just fill up the bottom side of this wall. I actually got that side filled in pretty good. I kind of MacGyvered it. I put a bunch of stakes, tied everything tightly together, and everything seems to be holding in place. So I'm just going to basically fill in this gap for the time being. And we will make it better. It's just kind of a temporary, just because I want to see the wall. To me, that means progress. So far so good. I just need, like I said, more trees to go and fill in these gaps over here. And then we'll be like kind of halfway done. Yeah, I've already been here apparently 2.5 hours, and daylight is almost gone. We'll probably be completely out in about half an hour, but I need to get at least this bottom segment completed just for my own brain, essentially. I'll try and use a big log. If that doesn't work, I'll just fill it in with a bunch of smaller logs and then kind of do the same thing, just tie it all together, and that kind of at least fills in the gaps. The only reason I have to do it like that is because everything's obviously uneven, because we're using the side of this fallen tree kind of as our base, which is making things a little bit weird. But eventually what I'll probably end up doing is build a better outer wall, just to kind of fill in all these gaps. As you can see, there's gaps here, there's some here. And right now I'm just kind of doing the best I can do with what I've got. What a project I have started for myself. Okay, we'll try with this one first. Actually, you know what? We're just going to go with the smaller logs. I think will be easier. Just move that out of the way for now. I'll do this as quickly as possible. Also keep in mind, because of the snow, by springtime everything's going to start sagging, so I know we're going to have a lot of repairs to do. But that's okay. We'll deal with that once we kind of get to it. But we have all these. These are coming in handy so far. So I figured if we just line a ton of them up, inside and outside, just all stacked neatly together, it should work. That's not very straight. Alright, well, now we're in a bit of a hurry. I gotta get a bunch of this wood here chopped up. I'll probably just store it all back here for the time being. And I'm able to just break some of it with my... hopefully. There we go. All the wood I had before that I left here is all now covered in snow, and it's all wet. So let's make a big stockpile here of what we can use for tonight. The rest of this obviously will be on the main channel, because we are going to investigate tonight. But this video, just for the vlog channel, is just going to be this for now. Oh, and I'm also so hungry. That can back there for now. This I will cut. Okay. Oh. The inside of my gloves got a little wet, and it ain't fun. fire starter. I was gonna use some leftover lint with some Vaseline, but I need to hurry up here. We are running low on valuable daylight. Just one. Hopefully my lighter works. Damn. Temperatures are definitely dropping, so there we go. Fire. Oh, the worst thing last week was when all that wind was coming in. I literally burned several holes in this brand new fleece sweater, which is awesome. And it's very unfortunate that I burned those holes, but it is what it is. It's what happens when you go camping. My mistake today too was waiting to the very last second to get this fire going. I should have probably done this hours ago. But I mean, it wasn't too cold today, so it's not exactly the end of the world. Oh, that's better. My fingers were starting to freeze there. I was just trying to organize my stuff, get the light ready for the camera. Oh, we need to get this fire bigger to keep warm, and also so we can cook our food at the same time. Gotta put some more wood in here. I kind of figured that little slot that I have back there, that's actually perfect for storing firewood. So we'll just keep filling that up periodically as we go along. And yeah. So we'll see what happens tonight. Okay, so fire's looking good so far. I do hear something howling off in the distance. Of course, it started to snow, and our shelter is not tall enough to have a roof yet. Damn. It might get snowed out tonight. I don't know how long we're gonna make it out here. We're gonna damn well try. That's for sure. I got a good stash of wood back there now. About to get ready to start cooking up some food, because I am absolutely starving. But we need a little bit more charcoal for that. Okay, so I stopped to take a little bit of a break. I don't know I don't think that's a coyote. We might have a big fucking problem. That sounds like a wolf. Shit. Dude, they're literally right over there. Worst comes to worst, I got a bright flashlight. Shit. They are really close. Good thing is I have a good, decent sized fire, so hopefully they'll see the smoke and fire and not come near here. I don't know if they're just hunting something or... I knew I should have brought my gun. Let's just hope they don't come anywhere near here. Should be okay, they've stopped for now, but I am going to keep an eye out just in case they start getting really close. I'm trying to tell if they're coyotes or wolves. Might have just been a coyote. Hopefully, anyway. Damn. I got my heart racing for a moment. Well, at least I have my axe. I'll just hatchet them to death. Fuck. So for now, I don't think there's any real present danger. They have stopped, so they've probably moved on. They're probably just hunting something, but the other issue is I do have food. I brought like lamb chops and I bought spaducci again, and they do have the potential to maybe smell that, so I'm gonna hurry up and get it made and eat that, so that way we don't end up getting eaten by the wolves or the coyotes, who, if they smell that, obviously they might come in our direction. Alright, well, let's get to it. So, basically we got our lamb chops. This is kind of nice. We have a little bit of a makeshift table for the time being. So I'm going to get my aluminum foil started here. Okay. Drop that all in the snow. I bought these last week, but we never ended up eating them. So I figured I might as well bring them out today. Since lamb is not cheap, you don't want it to go to waste. Keep that bag for my garbage. Yeah, a little bit expensive if you ask me. You got 0.28 kilos is $21.60 Canadian, because, you know, we are here in Canada. Hey, don't you blow away. Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out, because I can't see where the perforation is to open these. There we go. I'm just going to make them all right away, because I am starving. Oh yeah. They look good. They're a bit small, but they do look good. Let's try and line them all up nice. Actually, the way they did this is kind of pretty good. There we go. That we can burn in the fire. Season them up here. Kind of wish I had like oregano or something, but all I got is black pepper, garlic, and salt. So as soon as we can open the salt, what the heck is going on with this thing? It's like stuck. Oh, I'm so hungry. I'm excited for these. Alright, let's flip this. Just kind of want to get them nice and even in the foil. So I'll fold it over. Oh shit, that was way too much garlic. Oh well, looks like we're having lamb with our garlic tonight. No big deal. Alright, we're good to go. I'm just going to leave these here, I'll come back for them. Just going to wrap them up, get the fire ready, and these should be quite the doozy tonight if you ask me. Let's do this. Oh, what the hell is that? Something's falling over. Oh, tinfoil. There we go. Made a nice little spot here for this, but we also don't want the fire to go out at the same time. That going over there. Let's try and cover it up. I always forget to bring a shovel. I gotta get like a really small shovel just for this purpose. Like even like a gardening shovel would ideally work. That's actually not a bad idea. I'll probably do that next time. Ow. It's very hot right now. Okay. It'll be a little hard to cover, but I might have to just do what we did last time and just flip sides after a while. Alright, let's keep the fire going on that side. Add some new pieces of whatever is dry enough to go in there. Okay. Keep the fire along the sides. That should work. The lamb is about probably a quarter of the way done. And that's obviously because I couldn't completely cover it, so we're just kind of spinning it periodically. Check, spin again. And it's still snowing. Everything's starting to get a little wet out here. And I don't have any overhead shelter, so we're just going to kind of have to deal with it. But in the meanwhile, while we wait for that to cook, I'm going to start getting some hot water boiled because I want some espresso. All right, let's get that in there as well. We just probably put it right there. It'll probably boil real fast. Let's try not to get water on the lamb. But all right, we gotta wait a few minutes for that to boil. Okay, our dinner is completed. I got 5 lamb chops. They look amazing. Should be about medium rare, I hope. Oh yeah, look at that. Ooh, smells so freaking good. Oh. Hopefully this doesn't collapse on me, but everything's actually holding together really well. I'm relatively impressed for first time ever doing anything like this. I've never done a shelter before, so but a little well done. But that might just be the one piece because part of the tinfoil tore and it was like sticking out. Let's check one of the other ones that were more on the inside. Pretty damn good. Right in the campfire, baby.